Hey you guys, welcome back. This is just Shae, and I just wanted to pull over. I had to pull over because this just was a common thread that I'm getting, and I want to address it. First order of business, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And over here, we're going to handle our business first. So let's start off with going to subscribe. Thank you. And then we want to hit that notification bell, so anytime we're in the chat room, you in here too. We don't want to leave anybody out. And then we want to go ahead and like the video so that YouTube can distribute it so that it can reach for more people. And of course, if you find the content helpful, go ahead and share it with those you feel that need to hear it. So today I'm going to talk about just getting back up, just getting up. Right now we are in the middle of the pandemic still, but there are jobs out here in abundance. Don't let fear stop you from going to get it. Don't let fear stop you from getting your bag on any level. I've most recently talked to two people who, one high level, one, just starting out, just coming off a relationship, trying to leave a situation, that kind of thing. And I just want to say that both, no matter what high level executive to those who are just beginning, both had fear. Both had fear in stepping out into the unknown, fear of trying to go, to get a job interview, or what they would say and what they would not say. And my previous background was as a recruiter, so I'm pretty confident when I go into interviews. And I would tell any person to be confident. These people who are interviewing you have been in your position before. Please understand that part. Second of all, if you don't sell yourself, then who will? So if you're going to go to an interview, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself mentally. Mainly, you want to believe in you before you get there. You can't get to the interview and then start convincing them to try to, give me a job, give me a shot, No, it doesn't work like that. You need to know that and see yourself and envision yourself in that position. Know that you're worthy of that position, and you will talk with a level of confidence once you get to that position. So I'm going to give you an example. Okay, so I interviewed for a job, but before I got to the interview, I got out of the way of my feelings and got out of the way of that being nervous. Because I think that when you're nervous in a sense of like you can't stumble over your words, that doesn't look good. But I got in a sense of, I told myself, and I've always kind of been this person, even back when I was younger in high school and stuff, and I had to get up and speak in front of a class. I'm just like, they people just like I'm people. And this is true. They put their pants on the same way you put yours on. They bleed just like you bleed. And they're nervous as well. Some of them even nervous conducting an interview. So please understand that can go both ways. But when you go in there and you're selling yourself for an interview, you want to highlight not what you've done like many, many years ago. You can kind of skim over that, but you want to highlight what you've done that's particular to that job. So if I have 20 years of experience as a janitor or as an executive or whatever it is you have 20 years experience doing, you want to do a skim over. So you can say if you were a janitor for the last 20 years, you want to say, I've cleaned for, I've done sanitation work for elementary schools all the way through hospitals and anything in between. So that's kind of giving them an overview that you have especially if you've moved around a lot. If you hadn't been in a place like, like a solid 10 years or a solid 5 years or whatever, you want to do a skim over is what you want to do. And you want to make that experience look so diverse that they say, oh, okay, well, hey, they're flexible. It shows a level of flexibility. It also shows, and when you're speaking with someone, make sure you give them eye contact. Oftentimes they'll look off because people are just not, in this day and time, just not used to giving eye contact. So then you can know that you have a little bit of a control in the interview process. Because it's not just you interviewing for the job because you want the job, but you want to make sure the job is a place that you want to work. Do you really want to be there? So always have questions to ask the interviewer back. A good question would be, well, what do you perceive the day of a sanitation worker, or what do you perceive the day of this director level position in your company? What does that look like for you, or what do you perceive that looking like? And then they'll go over, and oftentimes they probably don't even know what they're looking at, because you may be going through a recruiter before you actually get to the manager. But still ask the question nonetheless, because it makes you engaged, and it's also gives them opportunity to talk. We all like to talk. We all want to be seen. And my thing is, once you interview with the actual manager, make sure you have some questions to ask them about themselves, because the best subject in everybody, I've never met one person who didn't want to talk about themselves. So if you ask them questions about themselves, and not as in you want to ask them something related to a job about themselves. So if they are someone who's holding the job and sitting in the position that you are going to take over, and or similar to yours, and say, well, okay, can you tell me what a typical day would look like as an X, Y, and Z, whatever the position is. So always have something in mind so that people can talk about themselves, because what that does is take them off guard. It makes you appear more friendly, personable. It does a lot of things just to allow people to know that you're not just interviewing me, but I also see you in this. As an interviewer, as a manager, or whatever the position they hold. But I would tell you this: if you're on a couch and you're contemplating and you're doubting yourself because maybe you didn't go to school, didn't get the education that you can, but guess what? This is a season of abundance. There's so many jobs out here. That's the open door for you to get up and do something. Don't be paralyzed by fear. All they can do is tell you yes or no. And if they tell you no, guess what? You can always go to the next person. You're gonna get a yes. Just keep going till you get a yes. So if you have no education, just say you maybe you didn't finish high school, and maybe you didn't get your GED or in your piece of paper. But guess what? There's always other companies. You can, if you need employment now, and if you have kids, and things like that is depending on you working now, then I would say if you don't have any job skills and hadn't been in the workforce for many, many years, I would tell you and encourage you to go through a temporary employment agency. So you can just Google that. Just say, Google temporary employment agencies. You're going to come up with a host of names and companies that you can use. Get a little quick resume together. Some of them offer the services that they will assist you in writing your resume. Get an appointment with them tomorrow, as soon as possible. Once you get an appointment with them, and they go over your skill set, they'll put you in their database, and what they do is send you out on assignments to secure work. So some of them are just temporary assignments, but if you tell them up front, hey, I want a temporary to permanent position, then they'll try to schedule you with temporary and permanent positions. And then you can also tell them, hey, but I'm willing to work right now temporary until one comes up. So that shows them that you're flexible. Customer service is always something that everybody can offer. Customer service, that's just you paint a pretty picture of yourself, or pretty picture of the company, and showing it and putting it in a nice highlight. So everybody's capable of doing customer service. So if you don't have any job skills, you don't have anything that you actually specialize in, start off with customer service, because that'll give you a upfront and personal look at the company and how people perceive it, and what kind of customers you're going to serve. It tells you a lot about the company, just doing the customer service. And then while you're there, be very observant into other positions that you may qualify for, and take advantage. Always take advantage of training. If they have trainings, be at every one of them. Be there early, and be there with your notepad, so that you can take advantage of that. We got to get up, ladies. Get up. It's that time. Things have shifted. Jobs are in abundance. People need people to come to work. Don't pass this opportunity by. It's not going to always be like that. It's just like feast and famine. It will not always be an abundance of jobs like there are now. But you got an opportunity to take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. I encourage you. If you got any other avenues that you can suggest people start at to get started into the work environment, go ahead and put those comments below. I welcome them. So those of you who have started businesses in this season, that's a great thing too. Just make sure you set your business up in a proper way, that you actually getting paid from your business, and you're not mixing your personal account with your business account. So things of that nature. I'm walking through that season right now, probably just myself, and just kind of trying to get those things set up and orderly. And if you don't know, then go ahead. Guess what? You can always go pay an attorney. They know. And some things are worth $1 to pay. It just is, because it saves you a lot of money in the long run. You set it up right the first time, and then you can maintain what you've set up. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. Again, I know you guys about that business, so I know you already handled it. But if you came in late, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make sure you like this video. If this video you feel can help someone else, please share. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Love you guys much.